It's been called the most world-renowned valley in British Columbia that no one in British Columbia knows about. So inaccessible, the only way environmentalist Ryland Nelson could get me to the Flathead Valley was on a road built by a mining company to test for coal.
And their plan is to more or less level this entire mountain, separate out the coal from the waste rock.
Klein Mining is proposing to dig an open-pit coal mine here. Elsewhere in the valley, BC has approved exploration for gold.
Exploration, they're obviously looking to potentially open up some sort of industrial extraction here in the future.
Environmentalists fear the proposed mines threaten plants, animals, and water quality in the valley, in particular the most dense grizzly bear population on the continent and an endangered species of trout. The Flathead is protected in Alberta and Montana, set aside as an international park and designated a World Heritage Site. But in BC, where exploration is going on in the river's headwaters, the conservationists' proposals to expand the park have gone unheeded.
And anything less than national park is undermining the efforts of Montana and Alberta in protecting this ecosystem.
Well, I think there's been a lot of fear-mongering done on the Flathead.
But, says this mining lobbyist, the town of Fernie was built on mining and that didn't harm the Flathead. He argues BC's environmental assessments are so tough, the coal mine is in fact stalled.
So they have proven resources and they still aren't moving ahead into production. So how can anybody say that our process doesn't work? We're talking potential billions of dollars. We have a province that's broke. We're using the highest standards.
The battle between mining companies who literally see gold and coal in these hills and environmentalists who want to stop them from destroying this place and everything downstream, well, that's been simmering for decades. But now, the arrival of United Nations scientists has put the debate in the harsh glare of an international spotlight.
That the world is watching what is happening here, because when a property is designated as a World Heritage Property, it rises to a level above the provincial level, above the national level, to a global level.
People on all sides lined up today to present to the UNESCO experts who've been touring the valley all week. They report to the UN next year, but clearly they're already concerned mining may endanger an area that's under stewardship of the world.
The activities proposed in the unprotected part of the transboundary Flathead are essentially incompatible with protection of nature.
Still, the BC government is making its case. Exploration harms little.
There's very, very little impact to the environment. And if they determine that there is a resource there worth exploring further, that's when they go through the environmental assessment program.
While British Columbia says that they have really high standards, the evidence would suggest that that's not the case.
You can see the seams where it's broken.
South of the border, Rick Hauer has studied fish in the Flathead River for 30 years. He gave the UNESCO team an aerial tour of the proposed coal mine and advised them exploration alone polluted a creek full of endangered bull trout.
This place is too important to all of humankind for us to go in there and mess it up with mining and timber harvest and gold mining and other kinds of things. It's just too special.
Canada isn't bound to follow UNESCO findings, but no question a negative report could be a black eye for BC by bringing more attention to the treasures hidden here. Duncan McHugh, CBC News in the Flathead Valley, British Columbia.